Welcome. It's the G.T.O podcast episode 15. And today you have your boy Mark.
And Sam.
Our nice voice crack. We're going off on a beautiful start today. And this is a post-ACT power podcast. So I'm all tired, taking a 4-hour test. I came right over to my boy Sam's house and recording the podcast. My mom was like, you probably shouldn't because you're probably going to be tired. But no, I got to give this to the people, all 15 of you. So I really didn't have much in preparation for this, so I'm going to kind of wing it. I only have one big news piece that I noticed. Apparently, there's some besides the console thing. Apparently, there's some desecration of some Indian burial grounds. Easy for me to say. So Sam, tell me about it.
So you've got some.
Wait, no, stop right there, because we can't start on a bad note. People complain about that sometimes. When all them shootings have happened, we're starting on a bad note. So let's talk on a lighter topic. The PS4 Slim came out. It's been revealed. I don't know if it has a release date on it, but it's definitely been revealed. And it has higher specs, so it has smoother frame rates, better graphics, and 4K resolution, which piqued my interest.
And no mods.
No mods, yeah, that too. But I don't get why is it touting 4K resolution when no one has a 4K television.
Maybe they're working out a deal, because Sony makes TVs too. Maybe they're working out a deal with themselves, trying to get people to buy 4K TVs or something.
But aren't they I haven't bought a TV in a long time.
Cash money.
I never bought a TV before, but how much do TVs normally go for?
Too much.
That's correct. So if you add 4K on top of that, that's way too much.
Yeah.
So there you go. That's my expert advice. Do not buy this don't buy a 4K TV because you're not gonna need it.
I mean, this is probably the only thing that actually works specifically for 4K. Because most of the things, it's not going to change when you watch TV and stuff.
Well, it could change when you watch movies.
Better. Yeah, but no one's like, I have to watch this movie in 4K.
Well, yeah, that too. But aren't theaters in 4K, right?
I don't know.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's near that resolution range. But my argument against that is, you wouldn't get the same experience because it's 4K stretched out to this big screen, and I wonder how weird it would look to have it on a tiny little 32-inch screen. Because if you notice when you play a YouTube video in 1080p, 60 FPS, it looks weird when you have it in the regular screen mode. It looks really sharp.
Kinda.
Yeah. I don't know. It'll look weird, but are you you're a PlayStation fanboy? What they call him? A Sony pony. You're a Sony pony.
Not a Sony pony.
So are you looking forward to this? You gonna get this for Christmas?
I mean, I'm going to get a PS4 at some point. I don't know if it'll be this. It depends on what I can get, what I can afford.
Alright, well, I mean,
it's about time I upgraded my console.
You might as well just get a PS4 Pro, because it costs $400. That's only $100 more than what the PS4 now is going to eventually cost.
Yeah, but if I can't get $400 by the time I'm ready to buy one, I don't know. We'll see.
Alright, well, you can always sell your body. Well, I think I'm getting a 3DS, as you know.
Get a life.
What?
I'm kidding. It's just,
anyways, I read an article just now about the 6 reasons why we should get an Xbox Scorpio over the PlayStation Pro. So I want to outline these reasons, and I actually agree with all of these. So
you do agree with all of them?
Pretty much. Because they're not really biased, because it's besides the obvious. Your friends are going to be on PlayStation or whatever, and the games you want are going to be there. But from a technical aspect, the first thing is Xbox One comes with 5 games. It's basically the Halo collection, which I don't like Halo that much, so maybe I don't agree with this. But just tell me how you feel on this. The Xbox One is cheaper. It costs $300, and the PS4 Pro is $400.
Okay, but so the Scorpio is $300?
Yeah.
I don't care.
Would you get a Scorpio then? Now that you know that?
I mean, if I came across one, maybe. I wonder how their online works though, because if you still have to pay for online membership.
What are you talking about? PSN?
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta pay for it.
PSN is free.
On PlayStation 3? I mean, I don't think it is anymore.
Pretty sure.
You sure?
I'm pretty sure.
I'm not pretty sure. I'm pretty sure you gotta pay for it now. I mean, I never had a PlayStation past PlayStation 2, but anyways, the Xbox One is cheaper though, but all the specs are the same though. If it's anything telling from right now, the Xbox One is probably gonna be weaker. The future version, I mean. So what you see there, you gotta pay for it, right? I'm pretty sure it's a paid subscription. I'm pretty sure it's Xbox Gold now.
Hold on. No, Xbox. The point is, I don't care. You know.
All right.
Hold on, I'm looking at it.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go to the next reason. The next reason is that Ultra Bluray. What does this mean? What is this? Oh, this is the 4K thing. Again, we know 4K is useless. You don't have a 4K television. No one. Do you have even a 1080 television? Because I don't. Mine goes to 720.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, mine goes to 720, so it's similar to your TV. Anyways, backwards compatibility. So you have a PS3 and you have like a good amount of games, or like 50, 30, 40, 50,
50 maybe.
Alright, so you have a good amount of games. So I guess it wouldn't matter because your PlayStation 3 is still in good shape, right? It's gonna last a while.
Yeah.
So I guess it wouldn't matter for you, but people that has all those games, they just have to sell them or buy another PlayStation 3, which costs money, obviously. So you can't. It's not backwards compatible, which is disappointing. But here, my question is, the Xbox.
Okay, so you do need to pay for a PS.
I was right.
Yeah. Well, I still don't care. I'd go. It all comes down to one game for me.
What is it? Dark Souls?
No.
What's that game called? Uncharted.
Oh no, Insomniac Spider-Man game. It's a PS4 exclusive, so going with PS4, no matter what, because I need me some Spider-Mans.
I thought you were gonna say 2K. I'm like,
no, I mean 2K, either way. But
anyways, I thought the backwards compatibility on Xbox One was limited.
That's what I heard.
Not limited in that they can't do it. Is that limited because they only want to do so much?
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's the point. I don't think I agree with this article anymore.
Now that you've actually looked at it.
I looked at it a second time. I'm just an Xbox fanboy, you know. Anyway, Xbox Live is still better than PSN.
Nope. Not at all.
I thought it was always the other way around.
What?
That PSN was better from a monetary standpoint.
Yeah, because it was free.
Yes. And you just pay like, what, $10 a month for like a game?
No, it was free. Entirely.
No. Like you get a free game every month.
If you're on PS
Plus, yeah. How much does that cost?
I don't know. I never got it because, you know, if it's free, it's for me. So.
I see.
And not an STD. If it's free and not an STD, it's
But I got a question. They didn't have a party system in PlayStation.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You know when you online and you invite your people to a party so you can all talk at once?
Yeah, they did. They had group chats and stuff.
Within the game, but they didn't have a party system. So like if I'm playing Call of Duty and somebody else playing Battlefield, we could talk to each other even though we're playing different games. That is a thing.
I never had friends, so I didn't care.
Oh.
All these things you're talking about don't apply to me.
You never played you don't play online games?
I do, but I don't talk. I never had a...
You don't have like a friends list like you talk to people?
Friends are for squares.
Man, well, that's kind of sad to hear. So
PC Master Race is all I care about. Am I right or am I right?
You're probably wrong, but...
I'm probably right because I know what I care about.
I actually wanted to get a 2K on the PC, actually.
I wouldn't.
Why?
Apparently it's got some pretty bad reviews. It's usually been a bad port.
Yeah, I don't know. The potential I'm looking forward to. Anyway.
I would just like to have it and then have someone work on mods. So instead of buying a new one each year, you just download like the roster update mods or something. I don't know.
What it should be is like 2K should be doing that.
Well, yeah, but since they're not going to because they want money.
You think? I guess they couldn't. Like, if they just... Like, they keep justifying every year just by adding a new stupid game mechanic while secretly taking one away, then adding the game mechanic they took away 3 years later and say that's new. Like, I'm tired of it. Could we just... Like, the blocking a dunk thing. They had dunk blocking back in 2011.
Yeah.
Took it out 2012. Came back in 2014. Like, oh my god, we can block dunks now. So dumb. I'm tired of it. I don't know. But it's not you can do because they had a monopoly. Well, it's not a monopoly. But it kind of is. But that's
close
not
enough.
It's like they set the precedent for this. Like, they set a precedent for yearly game releases, and it's annoying. Like it made sense back in like before patches, because if you playing on like a Super Nintendo Madden, you couldn't like get a new roster, I guess. But now you have the internet, you can download a new one. And to me, Madden 17 is just like Madden 16, just like Madden 15, just like Madden 25.
Actually, no, they've got kick blocking and punt blocking stuff in Madden 17, so you can actually do that now.
Couldn't you block punts before?
Not really. It was nearly impossible.
Alright.
But they've like made a training simulation to teach you how to do it, and they've upped the mechanics to make it easier.
Was that worth $60?
No, but it is a difference.
Why can't I like have DLC like expansion packs like Skyrim? Like
because it's a completely separate type of game.
I'm sure the engine looks pretty similar to me. Engine looks exactly the same.
Not engine-wise. It's a different type of experience. You can't just you can't buy like an expansion pack to add a whole new game mechanic for a sports game. That would be a lot different than adding on new quest lines to Skyrim and stuff.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm very sure.
I'm not sure about that.
This is what we went over in my game design class.
All right. Explain what they taught you then, because I'm not
sure. They didn't really taught me much because I haven't been taking it for too long.
Well, what did they tell you about that? I don't understand your point. It seemed like a very marginal mechanic.
Taking one mechanic in a sports game is different from DLC in an RPG.
Yes.
Because that's adding a whole new game. This is just adding a whole new, like, one mechanic.
Yeah, so shouldn't it be the other way around? I don't understand your reasoning.
What I'm saying is, the DLC works because it's adding in content, not changing content necessarily.
Okay.
But this singular mechanic update DLC would be taking something and putting it in place of coding and stuff that was already in the game. It wouldn't just be adding something on.
But tell me,
it would be changing a fundamental piece of the coding that's already in the game.
But aren't they already doing that anyway every year? Because they're not starting from scratch. They're not starting from line one.
No, they're not. But they start like as soon as they release 16, they start working on 17.
So, all right, this is the thing.
So they have years to work on it.
All right, that's not.
Then what are you?
That's not a contrary point. That's not contrary to my point. We could both be correct in what you're saying. What I'm saying. What I'm saying is,
you're saying is you're not saying it. You're saying it weird. Gotta word it differently.
They could change. They could change mechanics within the game. That's called a patch.
Yeah.
And they could do that within the game.
But they aren't going to do that for something as simple as. They're not going to do it though. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's my point. Because they're money hungry pigs. Sam.
That's rude. You're a money hungry pig. You've got ads on your videos. You're crappy hour long, making 68 cents, 78 cents actually.
Anyways, where was I going with this? I definitely was going somewhere with this.
I don't even know what you were talking about.
We was talking about consoles, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, you know what I did today? I took the ACT.
Wow.
And it was I woke up like at 5 o'clock and like, man, I sure am ready. I got some eggs and I listened to some music, some Outkast music.
The band Outkast?
It's a rap group. There's a difference between a band and a rap group.
Same difference.
It's a band of rappers.
Hey, we broke our first $1. We have a $1.
Stop. Focus.
I can't.
I'm talking right now. Focus on the words that I'm saying so you can respond accordingly, alright?
I can't.
So, God. Okay, eventually I took the test. Yeah. And it was pretty rough. Pretty rough. Like I'm pretty sure I got most of the questions right, but like I keep thinking about other stuff. Like when I'm taking this test, I'm thinking about everything besides the test.
Yeah.
Like homework and things I shouldn't say aloud. Like when I'm not taking a test, I'm thinking when I'm not taking it, the only thing I'm thinking about is the test. It's I just can't focus. I don't know what is it. Can you solve me, Sam?
Nope.
Well,
all I know is you're taking the ACT. This is what, your third time? Fourth time?
I don't know. It better be the last time. That's all I care about. My last time.
Twice, ladies and gentlemen. Topped out at 2 for me. And 1 because there was a mandatory section that wasn't offered in the school one.
Oh, you had to do the writing section?
Yeah, that was all I did though. I'm pretty sure.
Alright, well, hopefully I get, a 28. Kind of pushing it though. What you laughing at?
I'm just like, isn't that what you got last time though?
No, it's not what I got last time.
What'd you get the first time or the second time?
The highest I ever got was 27, but I'm pretty sure you need a 28 to get that tops if it still exists. I don't know how that's doing.
Tops isn't going to exist.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure.
I think it's just my mom keeps saying it's just a scare tactic so they can pass on their stuff. When she's in tune with the government things because she's a part of the government, so I trust her. So hopefully we get free money.
Then ask her why there's a sheriff getting a 33% raise.
Because
a third, he got 33% raise.
You realize the government is not a.
That's more than a lot of people made in an entire year, and he's getting that as a raise.
Yeah, because why not? We have nothing better to spend it on. I'm saying that sarcastically.
The tops.
I'm saying that sarcastically. They don't value education like we do, because they're not students, and their kids are getting. They're not going to benefit from it either because they're not poor.
I hate everybody.
Well, you hate these people that are in control because they're rich.
No, I hate everybody.
Well,
literally everybody.
Well, that's why you're homeschooled. That's why you have no friends in PlayStation 4. I mean PlayStation 3.
I got friends.
When do you talk to them?
Who's going to a party tonight?
You going to a party tonight?
Yeah, I told you about that before we started.
Oh, well, you told me it's a sci-fi thing.
Yeah, it's a party.
It's cosplay?
No.
Furry?
No. It's a party.
Weeb stuff?
It's a party. You're just gonna hang out, play some games,
but
eat some food.
When you say party at Ben Franklin,
heroin.
Yeah, exactly. When you're at a party at Ben Franklin, it's shooting up heroin, having sex upstairs. That's
shooting up heroines, plural. Female heroes.
I see what you did there.
Get it like one. It was a joke.
But
I kill me.
You know what I hate is why I guess I don't hate it. I just find it. Well, we'll talk about that later. Anyways.
Yeah.
I find it odd how prevalent like all these sexual activities are in my school. Like I never realized because I don't talk to those people, but like a good amount of our class is having promiscuous sex. I don't know how I feel about that.
Like
I'm not gonna name names.
Well, I mean, yeah, don't name names, but like people actually in our class.
Yes, actually in our class.
Wow.
Like more than you would think. And they're
anyone on student council? Just hypothetically.
Anyone on student council? I mean, probably. I don't know, like, exactly, but...
Do I know any of them? Do you know that I know any of them?
I don't know what you know, and I don't know what I know, and I don't know what we know together, so I'm going to say no. Anyway.
Also, it's no one that was in our study hall thing last year. 4B, that squad.
Can you just stop asking these questions, because I don't know what you know, I don't know what you be looking at, I don't know what news you be reading. Anyways.
Did you say news or nudes?
Both.
I don't know if you read those, per se.
Well, there's usually a caption, maybe depending on what. Stop. All right, I'm trying to explain something.
This isn't where we
I'm trying to explain something.
Yeah, you do that.
But I just don't. Where does it come from? The people who feel the need to do drugs. That's my simple question. I've been escape from what though? Escape from
the
what?
Struggles of their daily lives, having more homework than free time.
That's such a big struggle. Like
it is a struggle for a lot of people.
But why don't you just go to a different school then if you can't handle it?
They can handle it with drugs.
There's a better way to do this.
Like, not for some people.
There's at least in my class.
Do you want all your friends to leave?
No, they already did that. They already did that, Sam. You see, you're not here, and like every friend I had freshman year, besides Dantes and like Marcus and Roy, they're all gone. So I feel that effect. Maybe doing drugs would have helped them, but I feel like doing drugs probably hurt them. Anyways,
I don't know.
I don't know. Can you please explain to me, like, in my tenure at school, I never had like too much homework, like consistently, like I couldn't cope with it. Like, there's been times I had like a bunch of homework, a busy week.
Yeah, but like how often do you just like blow some of it off?
I never blow any of it off.
Or forget about some of it.
I forget about like maybe like once every 2 months.
How many times did you not do the VHL and it was just like, yeah, no, I'll do it.
But I'm not. But there's never like too much VHL. I'm smoking weed over it. Like, it's not because I'm not doing.
No, but I'm saying it adds up.
Well, yeah, I know that, but I'm not doing VHL because I'm like I can't do it or it's like way too much. I'm not doing VHL because I simply forget, and that's how unimportant I view that class. Like, I have spare time. Like, I have all the time in the world to do my homework. But if I don't do my homework, that's probably because I forgot. Not because I'm lazy or not because I'm too stressed out. And I can't relate to those people that are going through these struggles. Because, frankly, my classes haven't been, like, too hard. All I got to do is study for them and show up to class.
Okay, but you deliberately take easy schedules, easy classes. You're not tripling up on sciences with no study halls.
Yeah, but the people that are tripling up on, like, the really smart people, I'm gonna say Asians, they're not...
He's white.
Huh?
He's white.
Oh, he's white?
Yeah.
Sure. I'm not... I feel...
Racist.
I don't want to...
Yeah, racist.
I know I'm about to overgeneralize, but I feel like most of those people that are doing all these complicated stuff are not the same people that I'm talking about.
Okay, well, I don't know. Maybe
I don't know.
I know someone that might do drugs, or someone that knows someone that does drugs.
Well, that's very useful contribution. That's a very...
I can find out from him if that's what you're asking.
I just don't know. Can you answer this? I don't
know what you're asking me to do.
I don't understand why people need to do these things. Why you need to escape? Our life is great.
Some of them don't have great lives.
All right.
That's why they need to do drugs.
All right, that's the answer I'm looking for. So,
like, I was watching.
No, go ahead. What were you watching?
I was watching Making a Murder on Netflix.
All right.
It's a really depressing show about how cops in this small town allegedly framed a man for murder.
Sounds like it.
And he got sent away from for life.
Mm-hmm.
That show's really depressing. Like, it just makes my soul feel black.
And you just want to do weed?
No, but some people get to that point and then they're like, I'm gonna do some drugs. And I'm like, I'm going to sleep.
I get it.
Or watch a happy show like the Teletubbies or something. Teletubbies always cheer me up.
Yeah.
Not that I watch them often.
I don't know. It kind of bothers me. Like, because this came up again in my... I think about this like once every week. Like, why do people do this? It's like it has bad effects on. Don't they know? You gotta be straight edge, man. You just can't.
We're talking about drugs, right? We're not talking about the sex yet.
No, we're not talking about sex yet.
Okay, good.
All right. Well, anyway, we learned about strokes in psychology class, and
see, that class is useful.
It's really all right.
It's giving you content for the podcast. I'd say that's pretty useful.
All right. It's not giving me anything else. It's like it's making me discontent in life. Maybe I'll do some weed after. But anyways, I learned about strokes, how you get a stroke, and how you see someone like get a stroke. So the symptoms that you see is like they got a droopy face, they can't really control their muscles, they have slurred speech, or they can't talk at all. So doesn't any of those symptoms sound familiar to you? Slurred speech.
Yeah, alcohol.
I don't know where droopy face comes in. I don't know where
being a pug.
Well, yes.
Or a bulldog, I guess.
And the other one, I guess, is more like you wouldn't. I guess normal people can control their arms, but the other one was like you couldn't lift both of your arms, so you had an uneven distribution of strength.
MS.
Well, that could be MS, but if it's happening just randomly, right now, it's
MS
probably.
Attacks happen pretty randomly.
Really?
For a lot of people. Or not for a lot of people, but for a fair number of them.
Do they have the same symptoms of a stroke? Like a droopy face and you can't...
No, but like just the not being able to move parts of your body.
Well, the guy told me, what's it called? Face? No, what's the acronym? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the acronym is. But it's like all those things, you look for those things. You have all those things. Rush them to the hospital, put some medicine in their mouth and they'll be fine. So how you get it is...
Let them die.
So, actually, that is the thing. Like, they'll see, oh, just take a nap. Take 2 aspirin and go take a nap. And then 4 hours later, the person's dead because their brain has been choked out of oxygen. Choked out of blood.
That sounds like fun.
It sounds terrible.
Yeah.
But
fun kind of terrible.
That was the symptom I'm talking about. But how you get it is like a blood clot breaks off from whatever and goes to your brain.
Yeah. And
the blood doesn't reach the outer parts of your brain. You can't use those functions anymore. The second way you get it is that like an aneurysm, a vessel explodes or something, and then the blood floods to your skull and then like has pressure on your brain and stuff, and it stops working. Which remind me, my dad had a stroke, so I'm gonna put that over there. We're gonna talk about that later. But anyway, I noticed that the symptoms having a stroke are like symptoms of like a person being out of it, like maybe drunk or something, and it makes me think. Why do I do this? Like you're actively hurting yourself long term. I think. Like I don't want to sound like.
Not always. I mean, if you're just taking like a little bit.
I know, like a little bit. Like everything's good in moderation. I know that, but like.
Well, not everything is good, but everything is not bad.
Everything is not going to kill you in moderation.
Yeah.
Yeah. But my point is just why I just don't see. I just like to stay away from things that can hurt me because life is long, but you don't want to have a painful life, right? You don't want to get addicted to alcohol. You don't want to have your life shortened because of alcohol. You don't want to have...
Some people do.
Well, that's sad, really.
It's true.
Yeah. And I want my liver to work when I'm 50. When I'm smoking cigarettes, I don't
Nerd.
I don't want to have gunk in my lungs. I don't want
your liver to work.
I don't
Shame
want
on
to
you.
have lung cancer. I don't know.
Dude, you should totally try lung cancer. It's like the new Game of Thrones.
I mean, if that sounds like a parody of like, hey, try a cigarette, it's so cool, man. Like just offering somebody lung cancer. That sounds like a commercial. Like, this is your brain on drugs, and it's a fried egg. Like one of those type of commercials.
So it's a delicious and nutritious snack. I should do some drugs.
Who even calls it fried eggs? Like, I never got that. Like, my brain is an egg on drugs. I get it like a fried egg, but I call them scrambled eggs. Who calls them fried eggs?
What do you mean
Like
that? What he was doing in the commercial? That's a fried egg.
I never call them fried eggs. Sunny side up or scrambled. Alright.
That's because you've only prepared it those two ways.
What's a fried egg then?
It's like when you take a scrambled egg, but you don't scramble it. You just crack it open, fry it. It's like sunny side up, but you fry the other side. That's not scrambled. It's not sunny side up.
Well, thanks
it's
for
a
your
fried egg.
Alright. Okay. Alright, you can stop that.
I can't stop.
Stop jerking off over there.
I was clapping sarcastically because my co-host is a culinary genius. I don't know. You should be on Bobby Flay. Whatever that
Be
show
on
is.
Bobby Flay? That doesn't sound like
Bobby
a
Flay.
Food Network show. He is. Does he even do anything on Food Network anymore?
Yeah.
Remember that?
I mean, the whole thing is reruns, so technically.
Anyway, let's that topic over there on that side of the table. My dad having a stroke.
Your
Bring
dad?
that over there. Come right over here, right there, and set that right here. And my dad had a stroke once, and
Ooh.
I mean, it's a pretty cool story. Not at the beginning, but I wasn't with him at the time. We had a stroke, and got rushed to the hospital, and like his whole right side was paralyzed, pretty much. And
That's bad.
yeah, it's pretty bad. So eventually, like, went to physical therapy, and like,
Are you sure he's okay with us talking about this on the show?
yeah,
He's a subscriber.
all right, just listen. Let's come for the ride. You don't interrupt the movie. You don't pause the movie and ask questions.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is if he's not comfortable with you telling this story, then don't tell the story.
Hey, sometimes you gotta step on people's toes. You gotta step on toes. All right. So right now,
Then advertise for our show. Move on.
stop. All right.
I'm
Stop.
never gonna
All right.
stop.
You
I
listen.
can't stop
You-
the breaks.
all right. So he had a stroke, right? I'm trying to tell a lighthearted story. All right. He had a stroke.
About him having a stroke.
He was paralyzed. His right side was paralyzed, so it probably had on the left side of the brain. That's why I learned psychology class. The opposite brain controls the opposite side of the body. Anyways,
Yeah.
so we went to physical therapy and he got more of his like muscle back, like more of his like shrink back, so he could use his arm and he could walk. When I noticed, like the person told, like what the person told him is that most people that have this type of stroke die, so you shouldn't even be like walking right now. You should be dead or something. Like wow. That's pretty lucky. Anyways, like now he could use his right arm. He could like flex his forearm. He can like kind of move his hand. Like he still can't write with his hand.
When was this?
This is like 2012 maybe. It's a while ago. So like from 4 years ago, like he now has most of his function back. Like he could kind of like move his shoulder, I think, and like rotate it. And it's just surprising to me. And like it kind of, I don't really believe in God or anything. It makes you question. Is there a God? Because it kind of like magical how it happened. Like separated from him, and he was able to survive a stroke, and it kind of like was a wake up call to his life. Maybe he shouldn't be smoking cigarettes. Maybe he shouldn't be like drinking too much beer or doing any type of whatever's. So like it was kind of like a wake up call, and like eventually we met back up, and it's just kind of odd how it all happened. Like I'm kind of forgetting all the details, like right now, if you think about it, like if things were slightly different,
Yeah.
I could have a dead dad and never had talked to him again.
Yeah, there's a potentially a universe where you do.
So
An infinite number of universes where you do everything.
it makes me ask, like, why me? Like he gets another opportunity to see me, and I get another opportunity to see him, and ever since, like we kind of rekindled to some extent. I mean, he's not living with me anymore.
Yeah.
But to some extent, I started talking to him again. So that's a lighthearted story. Isn't that like heartwarming? Life gives you second chances sometimes, except when they don't.
I don't really care.
Alright, well, yeah, I know it's hard to relate to with your nuclear family and that doesn't get strokes and doesn't die early, and It's all
I mean,
happy.
my extended family does.
Yeah, who cares about them? They're extended family.
I do.
They don't count.
They're cooler than...
Whoa!
my
Stop
main
that!
family.
Stop that! Right?
Sometimes they're cooler than my main
The
family.
only reason,
but
like,
my main family
the only
gets that.
reason you think your extended family is cooler because you don't have to be around them all the time.
No, I lived with one of them for a summer, and I still would prefer him over my brother sometimes. Sometimes. Occasionally. Not my aunt and uncle, though. I don't think I could live with them forever.
All right.
That would hurt.
They beat you?
No, I just can't live by their rules. It's
Why no games on weekdays?
No, it wasn't too bad.
You gotta take out the garbage.
It was just constricting, more constricting than I'm used to.
Oh, cameras in your room.
No,
Oh, black light inspection.
Shut Mark. No.
That's a good idea. I'm gonna come charging in my kid's room with a black light. And what's going on in here?
That's a terrible idea because then you'll know things about your kid that you don't want to know, and then if you see something, you don't know if it's blood, semen. You could stumble upon a murder scene. That you
I
just
thought
couldn't
it was
have
bio.
realized.
I was going for bio. I know you're talking about semen stuff. I don't know what you're talking about.
Everyone knows you were making a masturbation joke.
I don't get it. Anyway,
You're
you know what I did lately? Lately, I've been playing Leaf Green again. Pokemon Leaf Green.
nerd.
I just beat it for like the 20th time.
Nerd.
So I'm having a lot. I'm having like a new experience where like every time I play it, I'm using a whole new team. I actually used a Fearow, a Starmie, a Venusaur, what else? A Jolteon. Okay, that's not new. But
Jolteons are the best.
what's the other thing? A Dugtrio. It was a pretty interesting playthrough, and I actually like EV trained my Starmie to like a 252 in special attack and 252 in speed. So I'm like, it's actually like pretty fun to play like an EV trained Pokemon in like a main game because you're just wrecking everyone with Surf and Psychic. It's pretty fun. Anyway, it's the first time I actually like nickname all my Pokemon because when I was coming up, I thought it was pretty lame to nickname your Pokemon.
Yeah, it is pretty lame.
But like somebody made the case. I think it might have been Chugga Conroy, my idol. He said like if you name your Pokemon, you're probably gonna get more attached to it, and it makes it more like a friend rather than some animal that you're using to get by. So I like that the way he thinks about it. So I started naming my Pokemon. I named my I think like Danny. I'm not gonna get into the names because I think they're kind of embarrassing anyway.
Yeah, because naming your Pokemon is embarrassing.
How's it embarrassing? How's it? Why you don't like it?
Because it's not. Let's see. One,
There is no reason. That's why.
One, it connects me with them too much, and that's lame. Two, they never did it in the show. Ash never did it, really.
Yeah, that's my reason why I first didn't do
That
it.
was why I don't do it, because Ash is the real OG. Red never did it.
We don't know that.
And Red's the realer OG. Yeah, we do.
Oh, Pokemon Origins?
Yeah.
I keep telling myself I'm gonna watch it. I'm telling
should
myself
watch
that
it.
for like the last 3 years.
I mean, it skips over, like, huge chunks of it.
Well, yeah, it's like 4 episodes, right?
Well, yeah, like 4 or 5.
So what's the other reason why?
I'm better than that.
Wow, I don't...
Bigger than that.
But then, like, if you, like, transfer your Pokemon up to, like, later games, if you ever did that, you wouldn't know what, like...
Yeah, you would. The trainer number would be different.
The trainer would be different, but you don't know, like, from which playthrough. Like, it says from Kanto, and it's random, like, 8-digit number. It tells you, like, alright, whatever, the old Sam had this, but I don't know which Sam, and I don't know what team was on, and I don't know, like, this is some... Like, I got Prime...
Because I don't transfer from, like, 5 different playthroughs.
Well, I do.
And
Like,
you're a nerd.
alright, well, I guess that's the verdict on that one. So, what's been happening with you lately?
I've been playing some stuff and doing some other stuff.
That's very descriptive.
Very descriptive, yeah. Very descript.
Yes.
I keep saying these words. Yeah, I've been playing This War Is Mine. That's a depressing game.
Oh, does it have, so this is it's first person shooter, right?
No.
Third person?
No.
Second person?
No, it's a 2.5D survival game.
What does that mean?
You're so dense.
How am I dense? Because I don't know what a 2.5D survival game is.
Because you run a gaming podcast, and you do not know what these types of
What
games
is
are.
What does that mean?
Okay, so you know you've got like a side view of a house. It cuts like the house, the fourth wall off the house, and you're seeing the rooms.
Don't you mean isometric?
No, it's not isometric. Oh man.
Well, just show me then. Just show me.
I will show you.
It's 2.5D. What is this? What's this guy talking about? That's not a thing, right?
Yeah, it is a thing. It is very much a thing. It's always been a thing. It's been a thing for a while.
Let me see.
Like that.
Oh, I know what that is.
2.5D.
I never heard anyone call it that before, though.
Mighty Number 9 is 2.5D.
So like
the
Mega Man,
it like that.
The Mega Man X games are like 2.5D.
No, maybe.
Well, no, they're more 3D in some parts, but like the side-scrolling sections are 2.5D. Am I wrong? Am I right?
Yeah, you're pretty much right, I guess.
All right. Well, I never heard anyone talk about it. Like I never heard anyone say that before. So I'm not dense because I'm using all your highfalutin gaming language.
I'm saying you're in a position where you need to know these things because people are going to come looking to us soon.
Since when
sort of experience.
Since when having like a name made you an expert? Like you see any?
No, I'm not saying it makes us an expert. I'm just saying you got to know these things because people are going to come to us looking for these things, and if we can speak their language, then it gets our point across easier.
Have you ever looked at anyone on ESPN like, man, they're really an expert? Like half of those guys don't seem to know what they're talking about.
No, because I don't watch ESPN. I don't care about talking heads about sports.
You really shouldn't. But you should care about talking heads talking about video games. Anyway, what have you been doing lately?
I care about reviewers and stuff. I've been playing that, doing some school. Wishing happy birthday to two friends of mine.
Mr. Who?
A lot of birthdays. Hagency, Mr. President.
Oh, it's been his birthday.
Yeah, it's his birthday today.
It seemed like he had a lot of birthdays this week.
Yeah, I know. That's what I've been saying. Like, a lot of stuff. I've also been keeping up with our YouTube channel, running some analytics, doing all that. Keeping up with the YouTube community as a whole because I care.
Monetizing the heck out of those videos.
Actually, no, I had to demonetize a couple of them for a second.
Because I had a copyright claim?
No. I had to demonetize them.
Oh.
Because I accidentally did that ad break thing.
What's that mean?
There's an ad in the middle of a video. You don't know these things?
I don't know I don't know the vocabulary terms.
There was I put ads in the middle of our videos, and I accidentally did the suggest placement thing, and YouTube put like 5 of them, and some of them they would put them like seconds apart, so there'd be one ad, you'd go 2 seconds, and then another ad, which is why we need to not have so many quiet spaces. But I'm also just not going to do that anymore. So I had to demonetize our videos for a time, so it would reset, and then I'd remonetize them.
I mean, can you just make that an option, like just monetize the video with the ad before and the side ad instead of the in-video ad?
I couldn't get rid of the in-video ad, so I demonetized it entirely and then fixed it that way. It was a bit long, but I doubt anyone was watching our videos. Certainly not enough, because I was demonetizing the old videos.
Alright. Well, you know who's making money these days?
Philip DeFranco. I don't know.
Tim Tebow. He just got signed to the Mets.
Yeah.
They're really like the lowest level of his of the, what do they call it? D League? What's it called? The minor leagues. That's what it's called. Have you been keeping up with this?
Yeah, I've been keeping up with it.
Do you care?
Yeah.
Are you a Mets fan?
No.
Well, what baseball fan? You like the Zephyrs?
No, I like the Twins.
The Twins. What's that? Oh, no, that's
Minnesota.
not Oakland. Dang it. So tell me about baseball. What's good in the baseball world? Because I don't watch baseball.
I don't watch it too much either, but the Twins are doing well. I mean, they suck, but they've got this one guy, Brian Dozier. He's hit home runs in like 5 straight games, I think. He's got 35 on the year, which is pretty good.
That sounds really good. I remember I played baseball back in my youth for about a summer. And I'm like, man, I can never hit this baseball. It's so hard. And then when I do hit the baseball, like, it goes like it's a foul ball like every time. Like, this sucks. I don't play baseball anymore. So,
Gotta get good, scrub.
And I remember we only had like 5 people on the team. And we like lost every game, so I didn't play baseball after that.
You cannot only have 5 people on a team unless everyone
at least
only has 5 people on a team.
I don't remember, like, I only remember 5 people. It was me, 3 people from my school, and 1 person that goes to our school now.
There are 6. Who was the other person?
His name David Moses.
Our grade?
Nope.
Okay, well that explains it.
Well, I played behind first base. That was my position. I don't know what that's called.
Right field or first base?
It was behind first base.
You're behind the first baseman?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's right field.
Okay.
Because you're standing and that's to the right.
I mean, it's not my right.
It's the outfield.
It's not my right from that direction. It's my left.
It's right from home plate.
You sure?
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's what I played, and I caught it out once. I caught a ball.
You caught a ball. It's a miracle.
And that was pretty cool. And then
Sweet.
Then after that, I never want to play it again. I remember playing football in my youth. Well, I want to ask you these questions as well, but
Okay.
I played in the park football, and it's basically no regulations. So you could practice. They can have practice pretty much as long as they want, frequently as they want.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think it's not on Sunday for a religious thing or whatever. So I remember practicing with the people my age, like the fourth graders, and they would make us run all the time. It was really intense. I remember they had this one drill. We're both laying on our backs, right? So
Yeah.
imagine this: I'm laying on my back, and there's a person's head touching my head. So like we're like touching head to head, and he's like laying on his back as well. And when he blows the whistle, you get up as fast as you can and hit the person. Like you hit him head on, and you push him back. And that was pretty violent exercise, don't you think? You just
I guess. I mean, it sounds
like
normal.
this is the stuff they talk about when like concussions and stuff. We're tackling head on helmet action. I have CTE right now.
CTEs happen every single play. You get CTE from the smallest of bumps. It's not the big hits. It's the small hits that add up.
Well, yeah, well, it was all big hits what I'm talking about.
Because you're bad at that. Someone's bad at football if everything's a big hit.
Well, that's the thing. I never actually got to play in the game because I was
You would have died.
I was a fourth grader, and I was like, I don't know, 5'10" or something. I was definitely taller than the average fifth grader, and I was thinking like 210 pounds. So like I exceeded the weight and height limit. So they wanted me to play with the high schoolers. They wanted to be a high school and this is not high school football, it's park football. So there's high school age, but on a park.
Yeah.
So like 14, 15 years old, I'm playing with them, and I'm in fourth grade. And you know how intimidating these people are? Like, these people have mustaches and acne and all this. Like, I was just so scared. Like, these people are men. That's what I was thinking in my head. I'm like, told my mom, I don't want to play football anymore. It's too rough. I was scared. But besides that, in practice, I remember they had a plastic bat, and they used to hit us with a plastic bat on our legs each time they felt like we weren't giving all our effort. So as I was running, he would run up behind me and hit me with a plastic bat.
Because you got to give better effort.
I was going as hard as I could. And the only reason I went any faster is because when you get hit, you get like pumps of adrenaline, just saying like, I don't want to get hit anymore. Please stop. And you just run like your life is on the line. Like that's crazy. I hope that like they fix that.
They're not going to.
Well, it's been a while since I played, so because that doesn't happen like in school, because they would fire the coach. But
they should fire our coach.
Well, anyway.
Or Franklin's coach.
You play sports for the team?
No, but I could. I could play at Franklin, technically, legally.
You could?
Because there's a thing, like, if you're homeschooled, like, the public schools have to let you play for them if you want.
You should.
I mean, I'd have to look into that further to see.
You have all this free time. You could become
I don't have all this free time.
Yeah, you could become a legendary basketball player like Kobe. If you spend like 4 hours of your day just shooting and doing layups and stuff.
Yeah, but then I'd have to spend all the rest of that time doing homework.
There's 16 hours of consciousness. You still got 12 to do all that other stuff. They got more than enough time.
No, see, because I like to. Now that I'm free, I'm not constrained to a school schedule necessarily. You know how they say like your brain doesn't start working until like 10?
Yeah, that's if you wake up at 6.
It doesn't start like farting. It doesn't start fully working until 10.
Yes.
I try to not do a whole lot until that time, because that's when I'm at my peak. So I'm going to continue to do that.
I mean, you can still do stuff in between that time.
No. See, that's the problem. Then I'd get really tired, and I wouldn't function properly. And I'd be like fainting. I'd be falling asleep in like in the middle of the table. I'd be taking a nap in like the trash bags.
So this is peak you right now?
No, because today I got kind of messed up.
Oh.
Supergirl came onto Netflix last night.
You
So I've
know,
been watching it. It's a good
it's
show.
archived, right? You don't have to watch it when it's live or whatever.
Yeah, no, I mean, it was on Netflix. It was added onto Netflix. So I figured I'd get as much of it in as possible so I can get ready for season 2. That starts in like a month.
So have you been close watching these episodes? Like, you've been close watching these episodes?
Yeah, I'm only on like episode 4 though.
Or do you have notes?
No.
So what about the imagery? Symbolism?
Yeah.
Metaphor?
Kinda.
Alright. That's your review of Supergirl?
I haven't given a review yet. And I don't plan on giving a review here. I
Alright.
don't know what channel it's going to be on, but I'll review it.
Okay. What do you have?
Follow
What do you
me
got
on-
planned this week? What do you got planned this week? Big parties,
No big parties.
orgies,
No orgies.
street racing,
No.
motorboating, on the water.
That's not where you're going. No. I don't have any plans. I plan on missing my cousin's wedding.
Oh, who are you getting married to?
His girlfriend?
Ah, that makes sense. That really makes a lot of sense. You're a smart one. Anyway.
Yeah.
So why are you missing it? Because you want to do this right now, or you don't
Because
have?
I live here and they live up there.
Up there
Yeah,
in heaven.
Iowa.
They're dead now. Wow.
In Iowa. And
Wait, your friend lives in Iowa?
no, he does, the cousin. And
Who would? So what? Did he originate? Like, was he born in Minnesota or whatever?
yes.
So
No, I think he was born in Nebraska.
um,
I don't know,
I
actually.
wonder how it is to live there. Like in those like countries those states that no one ever talks about. Like no one ever talks about like what's hot in Iowa. Like they want.
Because there's nothing.
Is there really nothing there? Like
There's really nothing there.
I can't imagine
I've
it.
driven through the entire state, basically, like lengthwise. There's a lot of cornfields. There was one barbecue restaurant.
Like what's the city like?
What city?
The city's in Iowa or whatever.
That's a good question.
There's no cities. Oh,
No, there are cities there. Des Moines is its capital.
do they have a Walmart
Yes, they have at least
and Walmart
at most one Walmart.
and Walmart? Yes.
I would like to have an Walmart.
What about and Costco? They got and Costco there.
I don't know.
How many times you visited there? Or how long you visited there?
First time I was there for like a day, or not even a day. Well, the first time I actually drove through there. It took me like a day or two. The second time that I actually stayed there, I was there for less than a day. It was a few hours. I caught dinner with my cousin, the one who's getting married, at this place called Zombie Burger. They've got a bunch of novelty burgers and shakes. And one of them, I had this thing called the Walking Ched. It's 2 patties of fried macaroni and cheese as the buns on a burger. And the burger's got like, lettuce, pickles, all that good stuff.
This sounds like the first G.T.O road trip.
Yeah, I know, right? Coming to you live from Zombie Burger in Des Moines, Iowa.
No one's gonna be there.
I'm gonna be there.
Anyways.
So my church is looking at a way to make money, and they've got a stage and mics and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, if we got enough people, we could
Do a play for Jesus.
We could do a live podcast
For Jesus.
and it wouldn't have anything to do with the church. It wouldn't have to have anything to do with the church.
Could we not
necessarily.
okay, this is the thing though. I don't want to do it in the church because I say things. I feel like I'll say things. I don't feel like I should be saying these things in the house of God.
But you say them in front of a pastor's son, and when our entire audience is church people, pretty much.
Really? Your dad's a pastor?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, Jacob.
Oh. Well, I don't care then, because he's not in my face. Like, it's not really me if you're just not here. I'm about to say, I'm so sorry, sir.
No, my dad. I don't think my dad could be a pastor.
Why?
I
Too
don't
much
know if-
sinning?
No, I don't know if he has the patience for it.
Well, what does it take to be a
A
pastor?
lot of people couldn't. Probably
like,
couldn't.
A lot of yelling?
He's a high school teacher, so I guess he could. Hey, Dad, could you be a pastor? Could you handle being a pastor? Like, mentally?
Are you recording?
Yeah?
Could I handle it mentally?
Yeah, could you do it? Would you see yourself doing that? Or would you not? Would it not be worth it?
I can handle it mentally.
There you go.
I don't
He
know
could
about
handle it
intellectually,
mentally.
but mentally.
What does it take to be a pastor, though?
A lot of restraint and planning, things that a lot of people don't want to do.
Well, I mean, you're
Although
a teacher,
he's an
right?
English teacher, so
It takes a lot of planning as well.
the same
True.
level. Yeah, I corrected myself
All right.
eventually.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Well, have fun over there.
That was my paps.
Anyways, you had a point here.
I'm just saying, like, you know, they're looking for ways to make money, and I thought, hey, maybe if we ever get big enough.
Did you ever talk to him?
No. Because we only have 15 subscribers, and that's not even 15 guaranteed tickets sold. That's like 2, because...
It's a pretty big church.
No, it's like a theater-sized thing.
How many people are usually there?
Like 30.
30. All right.
It's very small. That's why they need money. But we can talk about that else another time, or not at all.
All right. That's really productive.
Would you ever be up to doing a live podcast?
Yes.
Like in front of people?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Would you invite people?
Yes.
Would you advertise?
Ooh, yes. I'll pass out flyers.
Can you advertise now when we're doing recorded podcasts?
Well, I don't know about that one. It's pretty
Why?
tough.
It's not even different. Like, you'd just be doing the same thing, except one of them ends with, we're doing it live, come to this time at this place at this time.
All right. Well, I got you. Also, what you're telling me is I shouldn't advertise at all.
What I'm telling you is you should advertise all the time, because I feel weird having to ask my friends, hey, you like the podcast, can you tell our friends, our mutual friends that haven't responded to me because they don't like me?
This is
because
how
I
I
don't
feel
go
about you
there
right now. I
anymore?
don't want to move on.
Turn off your thing. Telling me to pay attention.
Man, I love this game.
I'm not getting copyright stricken because you're playing.
It's not even that audible, I bet.
He just turned it up, ladies and gentlemen. He is trying.
You can't even hear anything. Yeah, I caught 86 Pokemon. That's impressive.
Not really. There are 151.
Well, I mean, the main game you have to catch 60, and I caught 86.
There are 151.
Oh yeah.
You still got ways to go. You got 70 to go. Not 70.
Hey, you know how I got Mew?
66.
I got a Mew. Pretty good.
Wow, you got a Mew? You cheated.
I didn't. Well,
You used a Game Shark.
I didn't
right?
use a Game Shark.
You used a game code of some sort?
You know that game I made with Pokemon Emerald X.
Yeah.
So there's all that stuff. Like there's a event we can get Mew, Deoxys.
Yeah, I know, because you gave that to me.
Yeah, so all that's there.
So
all I
you
did.
did that, put it on a cartridge, and then traded it to your...
Yup.
So you cheated.
That's not cheating.
That is cheating.
Oh.
That's basically downloading it off the internet.
That's not basically. I edited the game, right? It's already. It's in the game.
Downloaded it. You downloaded all of that on a thing, right? From the internet.
No, I mean
So
yes, but technically I could have done it myself. I didn't have to do it.
But you didn't.
Okay,
So
but here
that's not the
it's
problem.
not really. I don't think it's cheating.
I could have made $6,000 myself, but I robbed a bank instead.
Well, this is not comparable. Okay,
Kind of is.
because
You're
the thing is
You're a thief.
the event is closed. You can no longer get Mew, and all this stuff is there. All the stuff. No, listen. All the stuff is there. So all I did was change one tile. I changed one tile. It was a click of a button, and now I can just go to the island instead of having to hook my Game Boy up to the GameCube, get an Eon ticket, get an e-reader, do all this stuff that doesn't matter. That costs like $200 to do. I'm
It
not.
doesn't cost $200.
Just to buy a e-reader and an Eon
now?
ticket.
Well, now it does.
Well, yeah, back then it didn't cost anything because it was all free at GameStop, I'm pretty sure. But I didn't have a car in 2005.
Excuses. So you're evacuating from a hurricane
Yeah, I was trying not to drown.
that destroyed the entire city. I was in Canada, so I didn't care.
Why were you in Canada?
Vacation! Because we don't start school up there until like after Labor Day.
Isn't like that in most places?
Yeah.
I don't know why it's like that here.
Agrarian calendar, which is a lie. The agrarian calendar is a lie because no one does their planting and harvesting in the summer.
What?
Farmers?
Yes, but why would
Yeah.
anyone say that? I thought fall was a season of harvest or something.
Yeah, and they plant in the spring, so it can grow over the year. That's how most farmers work then and now. Growing seasons don't change with technology, really.
Well, it might because of all the pollution.
Uh,
And I mean the global
not that
warming.
drastically. Global warming's not real. Bush did 9/11.
Well, I mean it's not really global warming. It's
Bush did Harambe.
Well, all right, man.
That's how I feel about you playing your game right
You
now.
know-
When we're trying to have
You
a
know,
productive conversation.
in class when people bring up Harambe, I'm like, man, can you please stop? Like, there's holes.
Are you at treated parties?
There's holes around the school, right? I think you need to just stand in one.
Oh, holes. Okay.
Holes. Yeah, holes. Just stand in one. Just don't get out of it. Like dive in head first and just don't leave.
There aren't holes at Franklin.
There's like places that you could sit there and die. That's my point.
You could sit and die anywhere.
Yeah, I don't want to see it though.
And just don't look. So how's that homecoming coming along?
Well, I think that's the end of the podcast
Found a
right
lady
there.
friend?
I think that's the end of the
This
podcast right there.
podcast ain't over.
It's pretty much done.
No, it's not.
No, we're done. We're done. You know what?
You asked me about my love life every episode for the first month.
All right. So we're done. It's been the comment. You can rate and all, subscribe and all that good stuff.
Yeah, and then comment or subscribe to my other channel, the one that I'm actually going to be doing from now on, because apparently Mark doesn't want to make this a 50-50 give and take.
What do you mean?
He's not going to talk about his love life, but I bared my soul on this podcast. Go rewatch the first couple episodes. I bared my soul.
Bared your soul.
I
Okay.
talked about my life.
Alright, well.
And you over here, I asked you a simple question. How's homecoming coming? And then he's just like, nah, we're done.
It's coming soon.
You got a date?
Well, this podcast is about to end, you know. We just can't just be talking like this. I mean, about 55 minutes deep here or something.
Mark, we've had a podcast with 5 endings.
So I think we're done. I'm pretty sure. Like right now?
I'm not going to stop until you answer the question.
What question?
How do you have a date for homecoming? That's what I want to know. That's what everyone wants to know.
Is
and
it?
I wouldn't be making such a big deal about this if you just said no, and I'd be like, okay, cool, I didn't really care. But now I do care because you're hiding it.
I hate that. Why do people care about stuff like anyway, okay. Well, I'm gonna say no, alright? No.
I don't believe you.
I'm gonna say no like that right there.
Okay, comment, subscribe, give us some hints or some constructive criticism. Still, don't skip our ads.
No, this is what I want to ask you to do. Could you put in the comments Native Americans versus big business, who will win? So we're done. Let's end it.
Yep.
Goodbye.
Calm down. If you want a guest star, let us know. We would like a third person.
We'll make you a star. Don't you worry.